When a mainstream newspaper quietly places your drama on its blockbuster list, it is not just a compliment, it is a statement. Yangcheng Evening News did not choose The Mermaid because of loud fan slogans or flashy marketing. It placed the project among blockbusters on the strength of anticipation, pre-orders, and industry attention. That changes everything. It means the conversation has moved from "his fans say he is amazing" to serious media acknowledge this project as one to watch. For Wang Yibo, this is especially meaningful. His name has often been trapped inside the label idol, no matter how much work he put in. When an official outlet singles out his drama, it suggests that people outside the fan circle are finally paying attention. The word blockbuster here does not only speak to numbers. It hints at responsibility, expectation, and the possibility that this work might carry more cultural weight than anyone first imagined. On the surface, The Mermaid could easily have been another trendy fantasy title. A mysterious sea, a beautiful lead, a touch of myth. But the way people talk about it already feels different. Instead of asking, "Will there be sweet scenes?" many are asking, "What is this story really trying to explore?" The tone surrounding the project is colder, heavier, more atmospheric. It is not sold as a simple escape, but as an experience that might unsettle as much as it charms. That is precisely why it stands apart from typical idol dramas. Those series often treat their leads like polished ornaments, moving through well-lit sets and predictable arcs. The Mermaid is being framed as something more demanding, where the camera lingers on discomfort, on contradictions, on quiet moments when characters are forced to face themselves. For audiences, that promise of emotional complexity is compelling. For an actor once boxed in as just an idol, it is a rare and precious opportunity. There is a world of difference between posing for a perfect poster and standing on a freezing boat at dawn, waiting for the director to call action. For years, Wang Yibo's image has been carefully curated. Flawless styling, sharp jawline, effortless cool. Many admired him. Some dismissed him. In The Mermaid, that safe distance begins to melt away. The stories from set are not about heated trailers and comfortable chairs. They are about wind that cuts through layers of costume, about long hours spent soaked, tired, and focused. The camera does not always love you in those conditions. It reveals shadows under the eyes, tremors in the hands, and the moment when a character's fear looks very close to an actor's exhaustion. Choosing this kind of work is a quiet declaration. I am willing to be seen as human, not just as an image. That vulnerability is risky, yet it is also where real acting begins, in the space where beauty gives way to truth. When a top traffic star joins hands with an art house director, everyone holds their breath for a different reason. Some hope for a miracle. Others expect a collision. Art house cinema is not built to flatter idols. It is often slow, fragmented, and unapologetically demanding. It asks the audience to think, to wait, to sit with discomfort. Bringing a figure like Wang Yibo into that world is an experiment loaded with risk. If the performance feels shallow, critics will blame the casting. If the storytelling feels too obscure, fans may feel pushed away. Yet precisely in that danger lies the possibility of something new. An art house mind can strip away the glitter and pull unexpected depth from a familiar face. A star with massive reach can carry intimate, challenging stories to viewers who might never have sought them out. If this marriage works, The Mermaid will not simply be another title in either man's filmography. It will be proof that commercial influence and artistic courage do not always have to live apart. The attention surrounding The Mermaid does not exist in a vacuum. It reflects a quiet fatigue that has been growing in the audience for years. People have seen enough of grand battle scenes that mean nothing, of romances that repeat the same lines with different faces. Viewers may still click out of habit, but their hearts are no longer moved. At the same time, smaller, more honest films have unexpectedly broken through, carried by word of mouth rather than aggressive promotion. They show ordinary lives, flawed people, slow changes, and somehow these small stories linger in memory far longer than large-scale spectacles. In this context, a project like The Mermaid stands at a crossroads. It has the visibility of a big title, but the ambition of something more introspective. The excitement is not only about which couple will trend. It is about whether this drama can respect the intelligence of its audience, offering them a story that feeds both their need for entertainment and their hunger for meaning. One of the most striking changes in today's fandom culture is the way viewers refuse to remain passive. They do not simply wait for a drama to air. They build a world around it in advance. With The Mermaid, curiosity is already transforming into creativity. Fans imagine their own versions of the mermaid, sketching designs that range from ethereal to eerie. Amateur editors cut together mood videos using existing footage, trying to capture the tone they hope the drama will have. Salt in the air, regret in the eyes, a love that feels more like a storm than a fairy tale. Discussion threads read like collaborative script rooms, with people proposing themes of guilt, redemption, and second chances. This is more than hype. It is a sign that the very idea of the project has struck a nerve. When an unfinished work inspires so much response, it suggests that audiences are ready not only to watch, but to participate in shaping the emotional space it will inhabit. For a long time, the word blockbuster was almost entirely about volume. Big budgets, big sets, big numbers, yet those films often faded as quickly as they flared. A new understanding is slowly emerging. A true modern blockbuster is not defined solely by how many people buy tickets in the first weekend, but by how many still think about it months later. In that sense, The Mermaid is being asked to do something very difficult. It must draw large audiences in, while leaving behind images and questions that remain after the last scene. Can a single line of dialogue haunt someone on their walk home? Can a shot of a character standing alone at sea say more than pages of explanation? If it can, then The Mermaid will not only justify its blockbuster label, it will help redefine it. The dream is no longer to be the loudest title of the season, but to be the work that quietly continues to live in people's minds. Whether The Mermaid receives universal praise or sparks fierce debate, the decision to take it on already marks a turning point for Wang Yibo. It signals a shift in what he is willing to risk and what he wants from his craft. Remaining safely in idle dramas would guarantee steady popularity. Stepping into an art-driven, emotionally demanding project opens him up to harsher scrutiny, but also to deeper respect. For many actors, the real journey begins not when they first become famous, but when they first choose difficulty over comfort. This drama could be that moment. It gives him a chance to speak less with interviews and more with the subtle language of expression. A glance that reveals fear, a silence that reveals regret, a breath that reveals courage. If he succeeds, it will not simply be a victory for one role. It will be a chapter that reshapes how casting directors, colleagues, and audiences imagine his future. In the end, every drama is a conversation between screen and audience. The Mermaid raises a gentle but important question, not only for Wang Yibo, but for you. Are you ready to see him as more than the version printed on magazine covers? When an actor chooses a path that may bring criticism as well as praise, do you demand perfection, or are you willing to grow alongside them? Perhaps the real measure of this project will not only be ratings or reviews, but the way it changes how you watch. Will you look a little longer at the small moments, at the hesitation in a voice, at the way a character breaks when no one is there to comfort them? If this drama dares to offer something quieter and more complex, will you allow yourself the time to receive it? In the space between your expectations and what you actually feel, a new relationship between star, story, and spectator might quietly begin.